David Khoo from TopGear Singapore, and I'm here with our pals, Lionel Kong, Editor-in-Chief of CarBuyer Singapore, and our video crew, Wai Zhao and Cheng at the back. And we are going to we catch up every now and again for food anyway, and since I had the Makan today, I decided to head out and bring them for a few meals. It'll probably be an early lunch, and then we will stop for a little bit of coffee, and of course, dessert if there's space for it. If you guys haven't figured it out, Makan is really important to us Singaporeans. Some people like fast food, some people like Michelin food. In fact, but unfortunately, the only Michelin in this car are the tyres, 4 black tyres. Because we personally like street food. I like local food, I like local brands, and I think that's the thing about Porsche. They're trying to have the Macan or the Macan is deeply ingrained into the Singapore psyche.
That's why it's Makan with the Macan.
That's why I'm not going to say Macan because Macan is tiger, and I'm going to have Makan with the Macan S. And because I really like street food, as I said from the start, I'm bringing our pals to try some roast meat up in Ubi. It's called Mei Mei. Remember what I was saying about how people like different kinds of meat. Some people like the Makan GTS, some people like a base Makan, fatty meat, lean meat, and I'm kind of in between. And I think the Makan S is a very nice compromise. And despite the fact that it may not be the sportiest model of the Macan, you still get the sports tailpipes, which is a great move. You get the nice sloping back, and it's got a new 3D waffle print style rear bumper right now that's all new on the car. But regardless of the Macan model you're choosing, they're all the same size and a nice, very sweet spot, compact size that lets you get into really tight spaces. I mean, we're kind of in a very industrial area here. We have to maneuver into quite a narrow lot.
Yeah, so you can see, right, the sports tailpipes really make it look very muscular from the back. You know, nowadays it's like all the EVs and everything, the back is all clean, but no, I think this look still has a place in muscular looking sports cars.
Especially for an ICE, right?
See the whole lower bumper, the whole thing just looks very coherent.
Sitting here looking at the Macan, I think that my favorite thing about the Macan is this extended tail light that spans across the whole vehicle. It just looks super good.
Oh yeah, it really makes it look wider than the car really is. But the car isn't wide, but it had that presence, that sense of that sporty presence that really makes a difference. I think the updates have really given it a modern look. I mean, compared to the original cars that we've been seeing around. I mean, we saw a couple of the older generation cars, and I think this really has a lot of presence. And those owners turned around and looked at this car, so I mean, it has to be doing something right.
The full width tail light bar also is like a lot of people have been doing it, but not everybody has done it successfully. It has to look good. It has to blend in the style of the car. So I think this one really sets it out. It really pops out.
And another thing that blends is all this meat. So let's dig in.
Particular has this is like the facelift of the original from 2014. It's a big evolution. It's powered by the 2.9 litre twin turbo engine. Generates about 380 horse and maybe 520 Newton meters, which gives you a lot of oomph, right, to chong to your favorite lunch spot to beat the lunch crowd.
Actually, to think about it, this car has got a very long evolution. You know, it's been 2014, right?
2014.
So it's very refined now. They have a lot of chance and time to make it better.
Yeah, I mean, and it's really sorted everything out. The interior is beautiful now. We have a lovely rocker panel here with which to control everything, so no more loose knobs. Ergonomics are perfect, of course, and it still has that Porsche pizzazz. Handling feel, that tautness of body control that really, I mean, underscores what it means to be driving a Porsche. So you know now that we've had coffee, right? Do you all still have space for dessert? Because I know I really like dessert.
Always has space for dessert.
Fantastic. And you see what I mean about the Macan? It's compact, but yet it got 4 of us here in comfort. It's a compact crossover that fits so well in these public parking spaces. You don't have to worry about bumping bumpers.
And the dark titanium finish, 20-inch wheels looks damn good from here.
Yeah, I think it's a nice upgrade over whatever it was running before.
So it's not old. It's very refined. You know, it's like when some cars every 4 years they make a whole new model, and then the ergonomics are all wrong, and then they fine tune it, and then
It gets
by
worse
the
and
time it
worse,
gets
right?
worse and worse,
Yeah,
and
this
then
is-
after that it's time to we move on to the next model. Then there's no more evolution. But this one has just been
Extended. It's gone into time extension. It's like Daytona.
But I also think the 911 steering wheel and the 911 clock right in the middle really encapsulates the whole Porsche. It just feels nice.
Yeah, it doesn't let you forget what kind of car you're in. It doesn't let you forget that you're in a Porsche, even though
Correct.
you're riding a little bit higher than the average Cayman or 911, for instance. Some people may think that, oh, is it only 380 horsepower? But that's not quite the point. It's like when I go for chassis, right? People ask me, oh, do you want very, very fatty or do you want very, very lean? I'm kind of in between, and it's the best kind of compromise because it's good, nice and punchy in city traffic, but also when you want to just sit back and cruise, it does it without feeling too, well, out of sorts. Because you know, the really, really fast cars always feel very out of sorts when you're just cruising at 80 or 90 or 100 or whatever.
You know, a sports car doesn't need to be very powerful. It needs to handle well. That's the important thing. And the Macan has this, very well sorted out.
You know what, guys? I think this front new bumper on the Macan S is, oof, it looks super sporty. And the Carrera white just chef kisses in this sunlight.
It really, really pops, right? The color.
It's very aggressive on the front end. There's a lot of intake grills which you don't see on EVs anymore. So this is very clear. This is proper,
Like proper ICE, right?
ICE, yes.
And
you
it's,
see
I
all
like the
right.
3D printing
Yes.
on the waffle print and a lot of little details. I mean, I'm really, really glad to be able to spend today with you guys. I mean, having Makan in the Makan.
Yes.
So
Macan with the Macan.
I hope you guys had as good a time and your bellies are nice and full.
Making me
only start-
hungry again.
Yeah.
Are you really hungry again? Oh my lord!
Yes.
So, shall we just head back to the office now?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay.